Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Focus on Education podcast. This is a brand new podcast from the Ventura County Office of Education. My name is Dave Schermer. I'm the Director of Communications here at VCOE, and I'm very happy to be joined by my boss, Dr. César Morales, who is the Ventura County Superintendent of Schools. Welcome to the podcast.
How you doing, Dave? Thank you. I'm excited about this new medium of communication that we're embarking on.
All right, and before we get into our main topic, which is going to dive deep into what VCO is and who we are, what are your goals for having a podcast?
You know, anytime we have an opportunity to promote education and highlight some of the good things that are going on is a great opportunity. And then I started to think, most parents or even some students are familiar with the inner workings of a school district, but not everyone is as familiar with what the function is or what we offer here at Ventura County Office of Education. So I wanted an opportunity to be able to, over time, highlight some of the different areas that we work on in serving the community and the education ecosystem in general.
All right, and you have a really interesting perspective on the difference between a school district and a county office of education because you've been the leader of both. You were a former superintendent for the Oxnard School District, and now you are the county superintendent of schools, which is the leader of the county office of education. So what is the difference between a district and a county office of education?
Well, a school district, whether it be a superintendent or a school district trustee, their primary concern is the school district itself and the governance issues related to what the local focus is in one particular school district. You know, from the County Office of Education perspective, I have the opportunity to zoom out a bit on the education system in general. Public education is a federal interest, it's a state function, and it's a local responsibility. So in the County Office of Education, we have an opportunity to be the intermediaries of the state with all of our local districts and try to support them as they navigate and have to implement a lot of the compliance issues related to the state or the feds. We have offices that have support mechanisms for all of our district liaisons and leads so that they could do the best job serving their school districts. You know, as a county office of education, our primary function on behalf of the state is to be the fiscal monitor for the public education system, making sure that all of our school districts remain solvent and have the necessary support and mechanisms should they experience any budget situations that will compromise their financial health over time. Fortunately, our system provides long-term budgeting in looking at multi-year projections that allow us enough response time should things go awry with some decisions that are made, and also in response to things like declining enrollment. Right now, that's a big issue across California and definitely within many of our districts in the county, as Ventura is expected to lose 20,000 students from now until 2031. So that's going to require school districts and our entire system to reduce its footprint with personnel that serves our students. Presently, there's close to 26,000 employees that serve about 28,000 students that are in our public school system, at our school districts, and in charter schools. We know the more information and the more analysis we have of our current situation, the better it is that we're able to plan and respond and also to communicate what's going on. I want to applaud all of our school districts, the service of our trustees and every one of the school districts, along with the superintendent and their cabinet team and all the administrators and support folks, because it's not only that they have to deal with the daily rigors of leading school districts and schools right now, but also communicating to the public and providing updates on what's happening in their district as the impact of, say, a reducing revenue in their budget, or the need to reduce some staff that's been in existence for decades in their district. All of those are hard decisions. Is it time to even close a school because it would make things more efficient? And sometimes the financially responsible and efficient decisions aren't the most popular ones, and that's tough. We're in a situation where every year brings different ethical dilemmas and hard decisions in the school system. And I hope that our team here at Ventura County Office of Education and many of our branches, along with myself, are best able to support our school districts and folks that have their boots on the ground to survive during this era as we continue to serve our kids. Because ultimately, that's the thing. No matter what conditions we have, we have to stay focused on what's in the best interest of the students. And I'm a big believer that when things are moving really fast, we need to take time outs and also talk to the kids themselves, the students that we serve. Because right now, we definitely are in an era where we have to prioritize investing in the services that matter. So let it be that matter most to kids.
And you mentioned declining enrollment that we're dealing with here in Ventura County, and it's pretty much a statewide phenomenon, especially in high cost of living areas, which we are in one. And it makes sense that people find it harder and harder to live in these highly expensive areas. But one thing that VCOE does that hopefully could have a positive impact is our career education programs. So we have a career education center. We work with all the districts on career education services. Can you talk a little bit more about how that might help with the whole economic situation?
Definitely, right now in Ventura County, affordability is an issue. The median home price of a home in our county is $880,000. The need for people who live here to have high-paying jobs is crucial and essential if you're going to start a family and buy a home. And even renting a home is of high cost. Over $2,500 to $4,000 are the range that we're seeing. So given that, we need our students to enter a workforce with the proper training to have high-paying jobs. Traditionally in our country, we've promoted a traditional path towards careers, which is you do well in high school, you go to community college or university, and you get degrees, whether it be an associate's degree, bachelor's degree, and then even promote going to grad school for a specialty degree. It's been a traditional path. However, the traditional path is not for every student. And some students are in a situation where economically, especially in our county, they have to enter the workforce after high school, and many of them are even working during high school to help their families make ends meet. We have a majority, over half of our students in our schools presently may qualify for free and reduced lunch, which means there isn't a lot of disposable income in the households of our families. So the need for kids to enter the workforce is a reality. I think our school districts that have continuing education programs, alternative education programs, are doing a great job creating opportunities to get training in areas that that might not be a traditional path of community college or the university. Ventura County Office of Education prides itself with having a thriving career education center that serves students from all corners of our county. And we have exceptional programs that we continue to train students and being medical assistants, dental assistants, veterinarian assistants, work in the auto industry, work in the auto body, and we're working on continuing to have programs in the area of manufacturing. All of which have ties to the local economy and to entry-level jobs that pay well so that you can afford to live here. And we're very excited about that. Some of the things that we have on the horizon, we have a welding program here at Ventura County Office of Education. Presently, we have it on hiatus for a good reason. We're actually updating our facility and hope to relaunch it in January with an updated facility and also a certified testing center, which would be the closest one closest one I believe is near Edwards Air Force Base. So we're very happy that we're gonna have this as an offering for our students and also the community at large to be part of a welding program and to be able to get all their California welding certifications here, and knowing that industry is in desperate need of more welders. There's a shortage of welders right now in the field, and they're desperately needed in a lot of work that's being done locally. I'm excited about everything that the Port of Hueneme is doing as they're constantly updating their facility, as they're the premier green port in our country. I'm very proud of the work that they're doing, and also our Navy partners out of Port Hueneme have an excellent opportunity to have jobs in multiple fields. 98% of their workforce are lay people. And I know welding is an area that we hope the students coming out of there and getting certified will immediately get good, high-paying jobs. But along with our career education programs, our leadership and staff there, along with all of my team, we're constantly looking to find partnerships with industry and our business partners from all sectors, manufacturing, biotechnology, agriculture, are just some of the partnerships that we're always constantly leaning. I do want to take this time to thank all of our industry partners and business partners because without you, we wouldn't have the opportunities some of our students get to have with internships and any volunteer experiences that get them exposed to real life careers. I want all of you to know that investing and expanding your facilities and opportunities is a good return opportunity for you to get return on investment, because I believe in the youth in our county and I believe in our community. I believe that with the proper training, we can fill all of your high need positions and you can continue to thrive as a company, and our community will continue to thrive. And maybe we can curb some of this declining population because of affordability, and we can start strengthening it and strengthening the local economy as well.
Wonderful. And I just want to mention about the Career Education Center for anyone who's never been there. It's really impressive. It's at the Camarillo Airport, and they have all the latest equipment for our auto body, for dental hygiene training, and it's a really, in a way, this sort of the county's best kept secret. Sometimes I think of it that way because they provide a lot of really amazing opportunities. But switching gears a little bit, another key aspect of what VCOE does is helping prepare teachers. We have a department, Educator Support and Effectiveness, that's all about getting teachers through their final stage of the education process and help mentoring them as they enter the classroom. Becoming a teacher is not easy. You've been through it. It takes a lot. And it's not the highest paid job in the world, but it can be super rewarding for people who have that calling. So can you talk a little bit more about how we support teachers in our community?
We have a phenomenal educator support team here at Ventura County Office of Education. I'm extremely proud of them. I think the support structure that we have for new teachers in the induction program is first class. I think not only is the professional development that they receive during this final phase as they're finishing their certification and credential is top-notch, but I think the commitment that we have of the educators in the field that serve as mentors for our new teachers ensure that our new teachers are going to have not only the technical training and expertise that develops during this part of their program, but the social emotional support of the daily rigors of the job. And they have amazing mentors that have been doing it for decades and are not only committed to their students, but are working on their own legacy of continuing to have educators enter the field. You mentioned right now we're fortunate in our county that we still have continuing classes of new teachers, but that is a concern statewide that many students are not entering the teaching profession, again, because of affordability and the need for them to make a salary where they can afford to live in the places that they serve. I think over the last 3 to 5 years, all of the school districts in Ventura County have done an exceptional job trying to offer as many raises as they can for the teachers in their districts. And it's been necessary every step of the time as inflation has been very aggressive during that time, which kind of minimizes some of the impact of those raises for everyone, and we're all feeling it in America right now with the current cost of living. But the teaching profession continues to be the backbone of our country and of our local communities, and I hope students continue to be interested in entering the workforce and inspiring and impacting students' lives for a career. Really, it's amazing to see teachers that are 25, 30, 31 years into the profession continue to have passion for serving our students. And I think that we always hear of great stories of sometimes their parents going back to school and visiting teachers that are still there and now get to teach their children. All of those are beautiful moments, but if ever you have an opportunity or a little extra time, please look out to volunteer at your school, even if it's in the elementary grades. Stop by and offer to read a book in a class or to help a teacher out. Middle school and high school have a lot of activities. Thank you to all the parents and all the PTA members who are powerhouses in making schools have beautiful cultures, but more than that have great activities for our students and our own children. And that could not happen without the collaboration between our teacher support staff, our administrators, and the powerhouse volunteers and the PTAs across the county.
And you started as a teacher. What drew you to education, and can you share about what some of the rewards of the career are in your experience?
I wanted to serve students. I wanted to be part of their lives, and I wanted to be part of a journey that gave students hope that there was an opportunity to improve their circumstances. I began serving in unincorporated parts of Los Angeles and in San Fernando, and in the settings where I worked, I felt that offering the best educational program and also instilling in kids the opportunity to make goals and reach them was something that drew me to public education. I also got an opportunity to serve as a special education teacher as well at the middle school level in 8th grade, and I'm very proud of my experience in helping students achieve to their potential and to help them achieve beyond what they feel they could do. And it's really, I'm a big fan of personalized learning and trying to meet the students where they're at and helping them grow as much as they can, and being part of that journey that's student-centered. It's not about me as an educator, but about the student and seeing the beauty and the assets that every student brings and building upon them, and working with the parents as well to create the best learning experience during the entire child development continuum. It's not just what happens at school in the classroom, it's also what happens before and after school, and what we can partner with our parents and give them information and have it be an iterative exchange where they let us know how things are going at home, and just, being a team, being a member of the team as we raise these students to be civic-minded individuals that are not only bettering themselves individually, but also have an affinity to care for their local community, whether it's the block on their street or the city, the Parks and Rec system, definitely the school district. I really want to be part of promoting a civic-minded individual that helps make the community stronger. I often begin all my speeches or public appearances with saying hello to the Ventura County family. And I truly believe that before I'm an educator, I am a family member of Ventura County, and it takes us all loving each other and caring for each other to make it a strong environment for every individual to thrive in.
Well said. And you mentioned before, the education is also before and after school, not just during the school day. And that's another area that VCOE has a department. It's called Expanded Learning. It's all about after school and before school and weekends, programs that happen outside of the school day. Why is that important, and how do we help with those programs?
I think it's a great opportunity. California presently does have strong funding in that area of before and after school programs. Ventura County Office of Education has a department that's a regional lead, and not only represents Ventura, but also Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, and Kern County. So we have a strong department in that area that helps support our school districts as they implement expanded learning opportunity programming. But it's a great opportunity. I think our school districts all do a great job in providing these opportunities. It does involve additional staff members or partnerships with organizations that provide staff, so they can be at the school sites before and after school. And it allows families that have adults in the household that need to go to work or in the morning or after school, just to help balance everything out. Not everybody has relatives or friends that help with drop-off and pickup and different times. The rigors of balancing work schedules with even extracurricular activities and things like that can be a challenge. I think schools that offer before school program and after school program help the dynamics of the juggle of time with students. Now, beyond that, in regards to what it is that they do when they're there, I think it's a beautiful thing. There's a lot of enrichment that happens during that time. But I also, the current era is also trying to complement and support our students in their academic initiatives that they have during the day, and making sure that they have academic support as well as some social emotional support if they're dealing with any type of challenges that life brings us at various ages. And I think they're doing a great job there. It's very important for parents to be involved and provide feedback to their local schools to see how their programs are doing, and to see and give feedback if there's any additional things that could happen to best support your child. They're trying to do the best they can, and I know that many of our support staff and teachers also have work opportunities before and after school as a result of this increased funding. And I think that's a very healthy and good thing, because we have people working with our staff that are familiar with them and familiar with how to work with students. I also know that across the county, many college students get jobs with expanded learning opportunity programs at all of our districts. And what better than to have the role models of our college students in the county being role models for our students, and talking to them about the community college and university experience beyond the interaction that they have within activities that are enrichment or support type of activities within the programs. They're in good hands. I want parents to know that you can entrust your child continuously before and after school at the programs at your schools and districts. It's a bright spot definitely for the county and for the entire state of California right now.
All right. Another thing that VCOE does, which is maybe the way that a lot of people interact with us more than any, are our student competitions. So these are things like mock trial, the science fair, academic decathlon, things that involve students from all over the county. These are coordinated by our office, our student competitions department, and they are some pretty amazing things to watch. Mock trial comes to mind if you've ever sat in one of those courtrooms. What is the importance of these countywide competitions that we coordinate?
I love that students have an opportunity to showcase their talent. And at all of our student competition events, there is a game-like atmosphere with a lot of enthusiasm and parental support that we're accustomed to seeing on the athletic fields and athletic competitions. I feel very proud of the fact that we offer numerous competitions that you've mentioned that bring the kids together to interact with one another across the county, and have competition highlighting a lot of academic areas, and to give kids an opportunity into that entry point of different careers. You mentioned mock trial. Mock trial is very impressive, and I'm sure it stimulates many of our students to become future attorneys and judges. That could not be possible without the volunteers from the legal community in our county, as well as the volunteers that we get from the local judges in our county. I think that partnership has spanned many years, and we have one of the strongest mock trial programs in the state, and very proud of that. And we have numerous other competitions, and it's only growing and expanding. Our science fair recently, the winner also represented us in a worldwide competition, not just the ISEF.
Yeah.
And we have very impressive, talented students that need opportunities to showcase. So I know I'm working with the existing staff to try to see how we can further amplify our student competitions program and continue to thrive and grow and give our students a place to compete in a variety of mediums, and have the competition not just be limited to the athletic field. So very happy, and we're also doing other things as well as beyond student competitions that bring that type of energy. Like, for example, our Ventura County Office of Education Library department also hosts different activities such as Battle of the Books that foster a love of reading and create some team competitions. I'm just very glad at where we're at here, and I'm very interested in having more student-centric activities that are sponsored by Ventura County Office of Education.
And the Battle of the Books, that's a relatively new one that we started offering. It's grown to be elementary and middle school, and then new this year, there's going to be a Spanish language version. So that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm very excited that we're going to have a Spanish language Battle of the Books. It's only right. We have bilingual education programs throughout our county, and I'm very proud of the fact that all the school districts have developed dual immersion programs that have the ability for students to learn both English and Spanish concurrently throughout their continuum of education. I know my daughter is presently in the 4th grade and has been in a dual immersion program herself. Kudos and a shout out to all of our teachers that teach dual immersion and bilingual education programs. They work extremely hard to try to provide the best experience to develop a student's literacy and culture in different languages. It's beautiful.
Well, thank you, Dr. Morales. We've covered a lot, but we are not done. There is still a lot more to tell folks about VCOE, and we're going to save that for episode number 2, and we'll see you then.